so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you so much.
Lock it up. Let it be the best that we have ever seen. Let the world talk about it. Then we have no choice than to let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go. This is a golden opportunity, another golden opportunity for us. Not that you will not participate. Immediately after the period is gone, then you begin to ask Mazi Simon, what are we going to do? Let's do this, let's do that. That your question has been answered. Look at what we are going to do. Civil disobedience to shut down Biafra land. And you hear Mazi Nnamdi Kanu outside. Don't go and relax. You don't participate. And the next minute, you are sending voice message, you are sending email, you are writing what to do and what not to do. Everything have a plan and strategy. And we thank you, government, that we have somebody who is very, very experienced. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Nnamdi. Very, very experienced and calculative. All you have to do is to follow all the instructions. That is all you have to do. Follow every instruction he has given you, one after the other. And you will find yourself on the safe side. The reason why we are still battling with the zoo today is because many of us are not following instruction. Right from the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, many instructions were given by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, people don't obey. Look at the people who claim to be closest to him. People who claim to be closest to him, who claim they come as Nnamdi Kanu is our leader, he's our supreme leader. Look at them, every one of them have fallen out. Every one of them have fallen out. And I asked them, where is the consistency that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu talked about? Where is it today? Where is the consistency that Mazi Nnamdi talked about? You cannot be consistent. When the elections come, you go cold. You allow the election to hold. After the election, you come and you begin to blag. All you have in your heart is blackmail, propaganda, and extortion. But you cannot make any move, any sensible move. Every single one of them who was there with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they learned nothing. Those department of Sabotua, they learned nothing. Because if they have learned something from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they would have done something since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was absent. They would have done a thing. At least would have seen something they did and say, this is their own landmark. They would have made a landmark in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Including many of them. There was many of them in those days who are saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not doing it well. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not doing it well. You don't like the way he's going about it. You don't like the way he's going about the freedom. He's not doing it well. He's not following the right direction. Today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been out of the picture for 2 good years. For 2 good years. You that have been saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu doesn't know how to do it well. Can you show us what you have done in the space of these 2 years that you are given? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in the picture. So you have all the freedom you have to bring that your own idea that you feel is better. That thing you feel that you have in your brain that is better than what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is offering. That you are crying about, shouting. Making noise on a daily basis. Oh, he doesn't know how to do it well. Oh, he doesn't do that. The way he's going about it is not good. For these past 2 years now, what have you brought to the table? What? Including the ones that sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because they don't like the angle that he's going. They were so terrified that they cannot go to follow the speed of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They sold him out. Even after selling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is 2 years today. Since you said you want to follow in the different, what have you been able to achieve for that 2 years? What template have you put on the table? What landmark have you made since the kingdom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? There is no single person that can tell me that this is what he or she has done. Among all those criminals, among all those critics of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Among all those who were claiming to know it all, for good 2 years, there is no single one of them that can present one thing and say, look at our own landmark. The only man standing today that we can be able to see what he has done is our Prime Minister, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There are so many things to his name today. So many things are to his name today. He's the one gingering the seat at home, the civil disobedient. He's still the one controlling and gingering the civil disobedient today. That is making the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu heard up to today. He's the one pioneering it. And he continues to do so. As if that is not enough. It is still because of him today that you still have ESN intact. It is because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is the one today who was able to keep the ESN intact. Another thing to his name. Today, everybody in the planet Earth has known that we have Biafra government in exile. Biafra Republic government in exile. That Biafra, that they thought is dead, is never, ever, ever dead and will never, ever die. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu activated Biafra Republic government in exile fully, and Biafrans elected him as a prime minister. Today, Biafra have a prime minister. They have a government. They have officials. If there is nothing you can put to his name, that's an accolade. Today, Biafra is opening emissaries in different countries. We have seen our head office in United States. We have seen that of Finland. South Africa is coming up. Many other countries are opening their own emissaries. Made possible in this present time of our new Prime Minister. I have just mentioned few things to his name, things that you can see. Even if you are blind, you can hear. Things that you doesn't need someone to explain to you. These are the few things I've shown you that you can attach to his name. But all these people that are attacking him, calling him different kinds of names, questioning his ability and his sincerity, what can you boast of? What success have they made? What landmark has they made since the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 2 years? Can any one of them, if they are here or if they will see this video in time to come, can any one of them mention one single thing, one single landmark they have made in their own name? That at least when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out now and say, all this while, for the past 2 years, what have you done? You will have something to present. What have you done to the actualization of Biafra? To the restoration of Biafra, what have you done? What have you achieved? What miles have you gone? What are you going to present to him? Today, the only people that have something to present to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out is the auto-piloted IPOB. Only the auto-piloted IPOB are the people who has, through Biafra Republic government in exile, our Prime Minister will present the success that have been made by the auto-piloted IPOB. If the people who are the Nzama people and the Department of Saboteurs, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out to them and asks them, what have you done for the past 2 years? What are they going to present? They are only going to present how many people they have sacked, how many people they have discouraged, how many lives they have taken, how many organizations they have destroyed. That is the only thing that will be attached to their names. How much they have collected from the government and sold out. How they have rejected listening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, obeying his command. Those are things that will be attached to their names. You that is watching me, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out tomorrow and asks you, what have you done since my absence? What will you tell him? Let's now answer the question individually. Assuming Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes before you and asks you, for the past 2 years in my absence, what have you done to carry the gospel of Biafra forward? What will you say? Will you have a response? Will you have a landmark to your name? Will you have something to show? Answer that question genuinely in your heart. Every single one of us must continue to answer that question, because that is the only way you can be able to be triggered to do something, more especially in this month. If our supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out before you and asks you, for the past 2 years that I've been away, what have you done to make sure that Biafra is actualized? Will you have an answer to give to him? Answer that question genuinely in your heart. If you find out that you will not have any answer to him, begin to look for something to do from now. Don't wait tomorrow. Immediately, fix yourself somewhere. And in this month, in this very sensitive month of May, key in any area you can support, financially, morally, in any aspect you can be able to perform. Engage in it. Share videos, share information, circulate information, let every ears hear. These are what we are supposed to do as Biafrans. Biafrans are not cowards. We are brave people. And I remind you again, our fate is in our hands. Don't wait for anybody from any planet to come and save you. You will save yourself. You and you alone can save yourself. Nobody is coming from anywhere to save you. And the worst thing you can do is to put your faith in the hands of the politicians and the so-called Mazi. No. No sensible person does that. Any Biafran that needs freedom, you must not put your faith in the hands of these criminal politicians. If you do, it means you don't know what you want. At your own risk. I just told you the interview. You can go and watch the interview. I'm going to post the interview on my YouTube later. Go and watch the interview that was granted to Iwanyang in Arise Television. When you hear his tone of voice, the way he was showering praises to Buhari, you will know that these people have nothing to offer. When you hear the way Iwanyang with the new Ndibo chairman, their new chairman, the way he was showering praises on late Muhammad Buhari, who has caused more harm to the Biafrans than good, you'll be wondering, is this what this man is coming to offer? We applauded him for asking for the reason of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but yet, when you hear him speak, you see that there is no substance in that his request. These are the kind of things Mazi Nnamdi Kanu see, how we say, are there no more men in Biafra land? When you watch those kind of interview, you begin to ask, are there no more men in Biafra land? Men who can stand up and speak to authority. Look at somebody like Pa Aya Dabanjo, the leader of Afenifere. When Pa Aya Dabanjo is talking to the government, he talks with authority. He talks with authority, defending his own people, speaking the truth, direct authority. He doesn't miss words. He doesn't pamper you or paint words for you to be happy. No. That is what kind of voice we want to hear. Not the voice of a coward. Not the voice of somebody who is coming to pamper Buhari. A man that was just begging for the havoc he has caused to the nation recently. An unrepentant soul who has started taking the life of Biafra people from civil war to date. You are pampering him, tapping her back and telling us how he loves you and the good he has done. What good has he done for you? What good? What good? How can any Biafran begin to count the good that Muhammad Buhari have done? These are a bunch of cowards that you call leaders. And these are the people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will see and will be crying and say, are there no more men in Biafra land? Are there no more men in Biafra land? Why is it that every place you are choosing weaklings? Weaklings everywhere, right, left, and center. I just gave you example of Afenifere. Go and hear the leader of Afenifere speak on issues. Go and hear the leader of Afenifere speak on interview on issues. He doesn't pamper anybody. He hit the nail on the head, straight to the point. Regardless who the hell you think you are. When are we going to get such men in Biafra land? When are we going to get such men to represent us, the Biafran people? Of course we're not. The only man we have today is our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that is why we must do everything possible to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released in this month. He's the only man standing out, right, left, and center. And today, if not for our new Prime Minister of the government in Exile, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our faith would have been dashed completely. If not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our faith would have been dashed completely. But thank you, that he will never leave his children without a leader. He will always provide a leader at every stage of this journey. And in this final stage, he has given us the Joshua. He has given us somebody who is going to lead us into that promised land, and we will get into it in 2023, whether they like it or not. We must continue. Whatever you are doing, be consistent in what you are doing and continue. Don't look back. Trials will come, temptation will come, obstacle will come, distraction will come. Don't get distracted. In this month that we are, as I say it again, is a critical month. Very, very critical. Everybody must put their hand on deck in this month for us to achieve what we are looking for. It is no longer time to complain. In this month, if you want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be free, it is in this month. You want Biafra to come, it is this month. Participate in all the civil disobedience fully. Lock it up. And at the end of the day, we will have every cause to glorify Chukwu Kabiama for the freedom. I appreciate every one of you who have been patient with me on this very broadcast. We are very few. Facebook couldn't allow people to join us. They were kicking people out. But for the few who have been able to be here, please share the broadcast on your platform. Share it on the new WhatsApp group that you belong, so that people can see the information and also encourage one another for us to continue until we get our freedom. May Chukwu Okekabiyama guide and protect every one of you that have participated in the program. May Chukwu Okekabiyama guide and protect all the Middle Beltans, all the Oduduwa people, all the Biafran people. Guide and protect everybody that is genuinely seeking for freedom, regardless your tribe, your religion. As long as you are genuinely seeking for freedom, you will see freedom in your lifetime. May Chukwu Okekabiyama guide and protect all the media warriors. Guide and protect all our ESN, all the Liberation Army. Guide and protect the BNL, all the forces fighting on the ground for Biafran people. May Chukwu Okekabiyama guide and protect you. May Chukwu Okekabiyama guide and protect the Umuada. Guide and protect the Honorable Azoka and all their families. Give them strength to continue to fight on until we get to the promised land. May Chukwu Okekabiyama guide and protect our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the spokesperson of Biafra. May Chukwu Okekabiyama continue to guide and protect him, secure him, give him more wisdom, knowledge and understanding, inspire him more, fight his battle, both spiritual and physical. Keep him, give him that wisdom to take difficult decisions when it's going to come. May Chukwu Okekabiyama continue to be with him, guide him, protect him, and secure him. May Chukwu Okekabiyama guide and protect our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Wherever he is at this moment, we commit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the hand of Chukwu Okekabiyama for divine guidance, for divine protection, for divine safety. Chukwu Okekabiyama will never leave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alone. He will be secured in the hand of Chukwu Okekabiyama. Chukwu Okekabiyama will send doctors spiritually to him to heal him, to continue to minister to him at all points in time. May Chukwu Okekabiyama continue to grant him revelations and directions on what to do. No weapon formed or fashioned against the Biafran people shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from. And remember this, I will see you tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okekabiyama. Bye-bye.